This is my first try not to get mad challenge. Wow. I can't believe I've never done a try not to get mad challenge. I might have to look it up. I don't remember ever doing a try not to get mad challenge. Maybe I have. I think this is my first one. Are you guys ready?
I was there in New York for 9/11, which is just the whole. God, we ended up with 2,400 widows. 2,400 widows, each who finally this year, ended up with a check for $5 million each. And I was thinking, any of you that have a partner for over 6 years, think about it for a second. What would you rather have? Someone who farts and drools in their sleep, whose mother's living with you, or a nice check. At least
It's barely a year after she made this joke. Jesus Christ.
And I'm gonna
I think there's a time limit.
And I'm gonna ring their doorbells. Yenna Bernstein, it's Joan Rivers. Guess what? We found Harry. You have to return the $5 million. No! Good night. A pleasure working for all of you. Just a pleasure.
I consider myself fairly open-minded, but something has come to my attention I find absolutely shocking. I don't know if you've heard about it. These new grade school books for children to teach them gay lifestyles. You know what I'm talking about? One of them is called Heather's Two Mommies. The other is called Daddy's New Roommate. I'm going to have to draw the line here, folks, and say this is absolutely disgusting, okay? It is grotesque and evil. I'm talking about Daddy's New Roommate. Heather's Two Mommies is pretty cool. I don't know if you check that out. They're hugging on page 7. Oh, go mommies, go, go. Anyway. It makes me miss my youth. I have this belief. If that scenario is at all true when you die and you go to heaven and St. Peter meets you at the gate, I have this belief the first thing he's going to ask you is, you got a light? You mean y'all smoke here? Yeah, that's why it's heaven. These aren't clouds. This is cigarette smoke, pal. Hell is the non-smoking section. You want to look at them for a minute? Okay. I can't believe what they do to their bodies. It's so smelly. It smells like an ashtray. Why do they want me to smell that? God, that's hellish. Exactly. Light up and come on in. Hendrix is on harp tonight. But I think it's interesting to note how people act on religious beliefs. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Christians wear crosses around their necks. Nice sentiment. But you think when Jesus comes back, he's really going to want to look at a cross? Ow.
Always thought that. Why would you wear something around your neck that was used to kill your savior?
They totally missed the point. I'm not going. Forget it. I'll go back as a bunny. But,
I grew up Christian. I always thought that was strange.
There's no worse life available to a human than being a caught child molester. And yet they still do it. Which from, you can only really surmise that it must be really good. I mean, from their point of view, not ours, but from their point of view, it must be amazing for them to risk so much.
I think I've heard him tell that joke before.
It was at this moment Jackson knew. He fucked up.
How do you think I feel? It's my last show, probably. Look, I can't key into it because I love Mounds bars. I love Mounds bars. It's my favorite thing, right? But there's a limit. I mean, I can't even eat a Mounds bar and do something else at the same time. That's how much I love them. Like, if I'm eating a Mounds bar, I can't read the paper. Like, I have to just sit there with it in my mouth and go, why is this so good? I love this so much. And because they are delicious. And yet, if somebody said to me, if you eat another Mounds bar, you'll go to jail and everybody will hate you, I would stop eating them. Because they do taste delicious, but they don't taste as good as a young boy does and shouldn't. Two child All right, we did it. We got
So, I'm going to explain something when I'm done.
The people in your life, they're so important, aren't they? Yeah. Really? They don't seem very important. Not the way you scroll through their names on your contact list like a gay French king. Who pleases me today? Who shall I favor? Who shall I delete? I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but you can't have everything, can you?
So I heard that the guy came into the theater about 25 minutes into the movie. I don't know if you've seen the movie. The movie's pretty much a piece of crap. And, yeah, spoiler alert. And I know that, none of that had happened. I'm pretty sure that somebody in that theater about 25 minutes in realizing it was a piece of crap probably was like, oh, fucking shoot me.
Gay. I'll tell you why, because I'm a man's man. I like men.
I've seen
men
him.
like me.
So
we
seen
like
this
each
whole
other. I hate women. Women hate me. We hate each other. The only reason I couldn't be gay is because I can never fuck a man. Because I can never fuck something that I respect.
Okay, so I made it. I didn't get angry at any of the jokes. But like, what I want to say. Okay, so here's the thing. I believe in one of my videos where I did a reaction to the most 22 most offensive jokes or whatever. Someone had posted that Dave Chappelle said it's all funny until it happens to you. It's funny until it happens to you. So there's people out there that have this whole thing. Well, it's just jokes. It's just jokes. I'm not going to get offended. Well, that you do have an offensive part of your mind. You've been offended before in your life. You have. It depends on what it is and what it means to you. Because, I don't know, if your dad died yesterday and then your buddy or a neighbor makes a joke about him dying today, you're going to be offended. You're going to be angry. You're not going to laugh with them for making that type of joke towards you. It's funny, because life isn't all black and white. It always cracks me up how there's people in comments, oh, why get offended? They're only jokes. Yeah, but if it happened to you, it's not going to be funny. So, some people see these things, these, rape jokes, or they're jokes about, child abuse, stuff like that. I get why some people get offended and they get angry because guess what? They may have been the one to get raped. They may have been the one to be molested as a child. As a matter of fact, I dealt with a girl who was teased a lot when she was younger about being fat. And she was also raped. And we were watching a show together, a comedy show together, and the guy was making fun of fat women. It was Bill Burr. It was Bill Burr. It was a Bill Burr joke. Remember what he was talking about? How she was throwing the egg McMuffins down her gullet, and she wiped her face with the bag. Remember that? That joke was hilarious. But I look over her and I'm like, holy shit, she's bothered by this. And she was ridiculed so much that she couldn't find humor in it. And I'm telling you, if after talking to her, she got bullied like people get bullied on TV, I didn't think TV bullies existed in life. I'm not joking. I always thought they were an exaggeration of what bullies are really like. The jokes and stuff that she said happened to her on a daily basis, I didn't believe. I was like, you're joking, right? You're kidding. You're making this up. You're exaggerating. She was like, no. These people really said this to me. They really did. I was like, wow. So I talked to her and everything, and she was able to get over that. I helped her to see the brighter side, the lighter side, if you will, of it. But, yeah, don't jump on people for getting offended for stuff. Yes, there are people that are, quote unquote, too sensitive, or what you might call snowflakes or whatever like that. Yeah, but it's all within context. Okay, because if you take it out of context and you're just like, oh, you can't laugh at a joke, you don't even know the context of the situation, what may have happened to that person, what it means to that, those people. There were people that did have spouses that died in 9/11. If they're sitting in that audience, they're not going to think that that joke's funny. Okay, now there's a lot of sociopaths and psychopaths out there that will find it funny because they have no empathy whatsoever. So they don't care. So of course they can coldly say, I'm not offended, I don't care. Of course, because they don't have that ability. And I feel bad for those people, but it is what it is. But I think I'll do more try not to get mad challenges. I find them interesting. Post comments down below. Did you get mad? Or no? That rhymed. Don't hate to play the game. Bars! 10 million subscribers.